However many we can think of, we'll do it.
How many ways of sexing?
Yes, sexting.
Sexting? Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
I was like, sexing? How many ways?
Welcome to the world's sexiest podcast, everyone listening.
We're all shirtless.
We're all topless here today.
I got my glasses.
Yeah.
Shirtless.
There's a reason they call them skinny jeans, is so I can emphasize on my crotchal region.
Crotch.
Yeah. No! Welcome to Off the Chest podcast today. Today we're doing the...
Yeah, it's off the chest.
Yeah, buddy.
You can hear some Christmas music in the background.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Let's go there.
Today we're doing not exactly the top 5...
Top? How about just top of her own?
Yeah, the top video games of 2013.
According to us.
According to Off the Chest
Which
podcast.
is horrible.
And
this
this
is judgment.
all of ours individually. So what we're gonna do is
Overlap.
each person, somebody's gonna say one, the next person will say another one.
Yeah.
All the meanwhile giving a reason why they're doing it. We'll just keep going around. I have 5.
I think
Tim, how many do
I've
you
got
have?
3.
3. You have to
Three.
go first.
Because you've got the most.
Yeah.
4 maybe.
4 maybe.
Maybe.
All right.
Baby.
Okay. Well.
Have you guys ordered yours? Lowest to worst or best to
Yeah.
worst?
I don't really have an order though, but I'll go.
Lowest to worst. I mean, low.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I feel about video games. It's shit and then it's shit. No,
Well, I
worst
thought-
to best.
Worst to best. Yeah, let's go from 5 to 1 or 3 to 1 or
4
2 to 1
Or dick to
4 to 1.
vagina.
Hey.
Who said that?
Yeah, take all the way.
Helicopter dick.
Oh, by the way, I am your co-host Rakesh. I got the co-host Tim.
Helicopter dick.
Got the co-host Enjo.
Yo.
Got the co-host Melvin.
So,
There we go. All right. Starting with me with my number 5. I'm gonna go with Tomb Raider.
Told you.
Mainly because I couldn't think of it. I was having a look through the list. Square Enix definitely did a good reboot to this game. It was for the first time in a long time that I've seen in video games. This is the first video game that has a female protagonist who is a strong, independent woman, and it's
You're kind
really
of
showing to
You're kind of gal, eh?
yeah, well, it's really showing to empowering females, and it's showing that this is the way that video games are finally progressing. I mean,
They've been progressing like that for ages.
well, video games is a much newer medium compared to television and movies, and it's this is a newer thing. You don't really have that many strong female protagonists. No, you don't.
There are a few.
No,
Say it.
yeah, same.
Metroid.
1.
But you mainly
Tomb
have
Raider was
you,
8.
the Sorceress in Diablo 2.
Yeah, but no.
you
Tomb
mainly
Raider-
what's the
Tomb Raider
name?
started ages ago.
yeah, but the way with
Don't
Tomb
look at names.
What are you guys talking about?
He asked me the name of the sorceress. I'm like, none of the fucking character names.
the thing is with
Melvin 1992.
Go
hey,
on.
there we go. The thing is with Tomb Raider is that she was really provocatively dressed and
Yeah.
all the time, and a lot of the times with female characters they were always damsels in distress or
Peach. Princess Peach.
Princess Peach, biggest example. I mean, she was whoring around with Bowser. She couldn't tell Mario. Mario literally crawled through shit, plumbing tunnels. She liked the guys with money. She's a gold digger.
Well, he is
Big-
a plumber. He's got to
Yeah.
get through
I would have gone with Zelda.
Zelda 2, yeah.
But yeah, this reboot to Tomb Raider, she's not sexualized. It's as in massive titties and
Just
stuff
trying
like
to
that.
survive.
Yeah, it's kind of taking a Lost situation, and
Oh, that fucking series.
No clouds though. There's dark smoke.
yeah, there's no black smoke. That sounds like a T-Rex. No, thank God no. But it's a fresh take on it, and I've never seen a female protagonist treat it in such a way where it's completely normal.
She was just mad too, getting
Yeah,
stabbed.
yeah. She was
She's
like
running.
she gets stabbed, she gets punched. I mean, and she's proving herself this entire game, and definitely you can feel the experience that she goes through. It's very you see it go from innocent to I will kill you all. Andrew,
What, my next one?
Yeah. I've done my number 5. I'm
Okay,
assuming
so,
you're doing your number 4.
I got number 5 now.
Okay, you got a number 5. Alright, number 5.
Rogue Legacy. It's a 2D scroller game. Grinding. It's
That sounded
a
weird.
lot of grinding in
Oh,
this
yeah.
game.
I know, grinding.
It's though it's kind of
grinding.
Dead grinding.
the game has no story. It's basically a time waster. You just
That's it. You're saying.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Like, people do Minecraft.
Yeah.
Like, for that exact
it's a
reason.
good game.
Yeah. Not
Yeah, I
Minecraft.
know you'd say that.
But yeah, with Rogue Legacy, you start off. You basically play your kids. So if you die, it's your next child. And
Oh yeah.
so you're like given different attributes. It's randomized. So if you
So it
die,
goes from generation to
Yeah.
generation.
So do you play, like, if you died, and say you go on a younger character, are you, like, quicker? Stronger?
it depends.
It's just
It'll
randomized.
give you different traits. Some of you will have ADHD.
Do you
some
grow
of them
old?
are dwarves.
Do you grow old?
No, you just die.
Oh.
Because your lifespan is how long you stay in that.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Yeah. All their life is just in this dungeon that their dad tried to conquer, but they all die. I'm like 500 down, 500 years down.
Still trying.
Still trying. I'm repeating.
Bada bang, bada boom. Anything
It's
else?
one of
No,
those
not really, because
fun. I have nothing else to do games.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's cool.
I call that solitaire.
Chess.
You wanna go again and then we'll just keep on
No,
going?
no. Oh.
Yeah, because Andrew's got 5 as well.
Well, then we'll get rid of you two, and then it'll just be.
Son of a
Get out.
That's what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. Like, you two go now, that way we can come in
What's your
later.
number 4?
Okay. So my number 4 is now Arkham Origins. I was really not expecting this to be on my list.
You didn't want it to be in your list.
I enjoyed the game. It has a very good storyline, but for when I played the game, like I said, there was a bit of bugs in the
Loud noises!
It surprised me with the story, how Roger Craig Smith did his performance of the Batman in this. It was definitely good. It sounded a lot like Kevin Conroy. I really couldn't notice a difference. Troy Baker, he's astounding in this game. He did a really good Joker.
Joker.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
See, here's the thing. It feels a lot like Arkham City, and there's nothing wrong to that. It's just, it feels a little bland with this
Like,
one. It's just bigger.
Like the jump from Arkham Asylum to
Arkham City
was
was-
huge.
It was a big difference
So,
between those
from
two. Yeah.
City to Origins. It
Because,
didn't seem that big.
Arkham Asylum was a linear game.
Yeah.
And Arkham City was a sandbox game. So there was a jump in that. However, in this one, there isn't really that big of a jump. It's just a bigger map.
And you've just got a few little extra
Yeah.
things you can do.
It takes place on Christmas Eve, and Batman has these assassins that are coming after him, and he has to kill them all. Not kill
Well,
them.
not kill
stop them. Stop them before Christmas, because they put a bounty on his head of $50 million. It's definitely a good game. I recommend it for people to play.
All them Batman fans.
Yeah, all them Batman fans, and it's also just a fun sandbox game as well. Tons of Riddler stuff again. It's a fun origin story as well to tell.
Agreed.
It's not an origin to Arkham Asylum. It's an origin story of Batman's villains and how Batman meets them for the first time. I mean, this is the first time he meets Joker.
I kind of
in
feel
this
like
one.
it's Joker's origin story though.
Well, that's the
If you
thing.
think
That's,
about
that's
it.
the thing with the character of the Joker. The character of the Joker is like so big, and people really like that character.
yeah.
It does kind of do a cool play on a scene out of Killing Joke.
Killing joke, yeah.
It does a cool, neat thing to that. But Andrew,
My
you're number 4,
It would be Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter.
3.
But yours is on the DS.
Yeah, so it's exactly the same.
Shit graphics.
So it's basically the same as my last game. Another grinding game. You just keep whacking monsters.
Yeah, but you progress at least.
Yeah, well, you get higher levels, get better armor, get better weapons. But basically, the things get stronger and harder as the game progresses.
Yeah, it gets harder.
But
Anyway.
you know, no story. Just keep fighting.
It technically has a story.
Of killing a monster.
All right. Wow.
Go to
So
threes now.
yeah, now we
Start
got
off.
3. So yeah.
That's what I mean, now we can all do
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
Yeah. So you now, Melvin, number 3.
Number 3 for me would be actually a game released kind of recently. Neverwinter. Yeah, I know. Sadly, I picked a game that's sadly a shitload like WoW. No, but
Is it free?
it's
Yeah,
free to
it's
play. And there are a few redeeming qualities I do like about it.
Because it's Dungeons and Dragons.
That is actually.
Booyah.
What I love about it, I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Dungeons and Dragons. I have.
Neverwinter Nights.
Never. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's yeah.
Same thing.
Same
Okay.
city.
Go on.
Yeah, but no, the actual Dungeons and Dragons dice game. And
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with Dungeons and Dragons,
I
the reason it's so popular in the geek
Yeah.
slash nerd
Board
Slash fantasy
board, slash board game.
slash board game community is because all the characters have such a depth backstory. And that's something you don't get in WoW, you know?
Depending on the
You
person.
have to design your characters, you have to design the way they look, their
then
backstory,
and you're
their
like a-
religion.
And then they're like a mute character in WoW. You're
Yeah.
like there's
Yeah.
nothing's about you.
Yeah, there's nothing
It's
like,
like this is boring.
you have no choices to make, sort of, in WoW. And it sucks that it costs so fucking much.
It doesn't cost as much as
Yeah.
what it was.
It used to be like 40 for 2 months. Or
I would honestly say Neverwinter is actually a simpler version of WoW as well. It's faster, it's cleaner, it's easier to get through, and that's why I like it.
Is your dialogue options different if you have like low intelligence?
Maybe.
Yeah, there's some options you can do if your persuasion's high enough.
No, but you know, like in Fallout, the intelligence.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't
Well,
say
it's more like
anything.
charisma.
The thing with World of
They fixed the
Warcraft.
road, so.
Warcraft.
Yeah,
Smart-ass
the
motherfucker.
thing with World of Warcraft is it's a very big game now because of all the money and shit that
That's
they're
made.
Yeah,
Because it's the big Blizzard.
it is, and it was the definitive MMO
It was the
RPG
MMO
for so
at the
many
time,
years.
yeah.
So many
It
years.
was pretty much that and RuneScape. That's
Yeah.
the sad thing.
But I think when WoW came into factor, RuneScape kind of died out.
I think
no,
Runes-
no,
No.
man.
That's what I mean. That's the sad thing. When you look at the next thing down in popularity, is
It's
RuneScape.
See, I did play World of Warcraft in 2005. That was the only thing I knew. I didn't know anything else. For me, my life back then was World of Warcraft and Counter Strike 1.6.
Alright.
Tim, you're number 3.
There's also Arkham Origins.
Yeah, buddy.
Only because I can't think of any other games.
Oh, you
Really,
shouldn't
like
say that.
this year that
We
I've
haven't
actually
been playing
played.
much
I support that theory. We're never just being sad.
Like Rakesh said, it's not too big of a jump from Arkham City, which is good in some like
Yeah, in
forms
some instances.
for the
yeah.
people who liked Arkham City and like,
yeah, want to
like
continue that
sticking
experience.
to that
yeah.
like the
Yeah.
specifications and everything. Arkham Origins was great. The story.
Did you notice that in this one there are no civilians on the streets?
There's absolutely no. It's like everyone is like
Yeah.
a
Run
mobster.
away.
Yeah,
Some gangs. Yeah.
everyone on the streets is a gangster
And
thug.
it's supposed to be all of this, the whole city.
Yeah, it's. Oh my god. Yeah, but you gave this game a 9 out of 10 when we did the review for it.
Wait,
Yes.
wait. But this is the start of Gotham, right?
No,
no.
not the
Okay,
start.
this is year 2 of Batman.
So it's like the London most of crime. Or-
Yeah, well,
He's
like he's
like-
still considered a vigilante.
Not
and
everyone believes he
Yeah.
exists.
He's a hero.
So that means it's just like overrun with crime. So that's why they wouldn't be outside much. See?
Yeah, but there was
Yeah,
a
but like
single.
there was no
that's
one
not-
person, not
okay.
one.
If there were
Um,
groups of people. There were people you could bash.
But there were cops. No.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
still Gordon in it. Gordon's, I think he's a captain or lieutenant.
Lieutenant Gordon.
He's a lieutenant.
Well,
Okay.
what I liked about Origins was that you got to see a bit more of Gordon
Yeah,
compared to like other games where he's just like really just in the cinematics.
and you get to see Barbara Gordon in it
And Barbara
as well.
Gordon as a young little kid.
And you get to fight Deathstroke, which is amazing.
That was fun.
Yeah, it's a tough one to do. Yeah, but anything
Yeah,
else?
you get to see all like pretty much how Batman meets every villain.
Yeah.
In that game anyway.
Mm.
And well, as you know, we all enjoy the Joker parts.
Yeah, I also really enjoyed the Bane to it. I really liked the Bane that they have.
Until
in
he
this.
got gigantic.
Because
Yeah.
that's the thing that happens to Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
But it definitely gets good with
yeah.
Bane to begin with.
I
Because
don't know if I'd still rate it a 9 out of 10 though.
I'm still sticking to my 7.5 with this one. Mainly because it's still fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's something enjoyable to pick up and play.
Yeah. All right.
Back to you.
Back to me. My number 3. This is a game that came out on the PS3, PC, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. However, I got the port for the PlayStation 4. My number 4 game is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So yeah,
Nice.
Assassin's Creed 4
Why
Black
is it
Flag.
Black Flag?
Because they're pirates!
Can't it be Pirate Flag or?
Pirates, man. If you bring pirates into a game, it's gonna be
And
awesome.
why did they call it
I
Assassin's
want
Creed?
booty.
Yeah. booty, rock into the world. No, this is I've never played any of the Assassin's Creed games before, so I don't know about you guys.
You don't need to.
Are they
But-
even related? Each game.
Lineage.
The first two with the Animus, apparently he is. It's the same character
Oh,
in the Animus world.
I don't know anything.
Alright. Melvin, you do, don't you?
about Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed 1 and Assassin's Creed 2 has the same Animus person, right?
Animus.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Memories.
The same guy who's accessing the memories. Yeah.
Same guy that's accessing memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Assassin's Creed 4, it's a different person, so it feels like a fresh
Oh, okay.
start.
Even in 3, I think they use the same guy. I think that
yeah.
they meant to tie it in. They tied in.
You know, a week ago, science has proven that DNA is stored. Memories can be stored in DNA.
Oh, there you go.
Oh shit.
So like, we gotta get some Inception shit happening right now.
It's pretty much saying, don't jack off too much.
It's just that.
Well, I guess I'm out of this game then.
It's like, we're looking in his memories and all we see is white.
White
Bloody
women.
everywhere.
White women and white semen.
Is this plugged in? I'm just getting a white screen.
What do you mean all you see is white? Sir, do you know what the Spider-Man is?
But yeah, it's so fun, this game. I mean, yeah, the most classic way, you're a pirate, like, you're out on the open sea. This has, like, live dolphins, live whales that are jumping around. You can, sharks as well.
You
But,
shoot
like,
them, right?
yeah, and you can kill them.
What?
They have-
Just because you could.
Killing's fun. There's remote islands with live animals and stuff. Weather. Yeah. But a really cool aspect is, say you're on the open sea and a ship goes past, you can actually board the ship, take
Take
down
all
all,
this stuff, yeah.
and be a badass motherfucking pirate.
You be a nice pirate?
No, because you're a pirate.
True.
Yeah. It's so much fun, this game. I haven't finished it yet, but so far from what the story I've been playing so far, it's pretty good.
How's it graphics wise?
Graphics wise, like, for the PS4, it looks good. I would say it's got much more solid texture, so far less pops, no
Yeah.
pops at all actually. And it's got smooth frame rate.
Oh, because it's on the PS4.
Yeah. So, like, so for these next gen games, for a while, I don't think we're going to see a big jump just yet. Because it's like when the PS3 and Xbox 360 first came out, there wasn't that big of a jump right away. It wasn't until HDMI cable.
Oh, yes.
It was really brought into it because we still had SD televisions. But yeah, Assassin's Creed 4 is such a fun game, but yeah, for the PS4 for me. Andrew, you're number 3?
Phoenix Wright, Dual Destinies on 3DS.
Alright.
So
Them DS games.
okay. Well, it's a very fun game. It's very story oriented, and you have to use logic to solve the cases. So you're a lawyer, and you
Liar. Yeah.
you help your clients by. And the thing about the Phoenix Wright is that your clients are always believed to be guilty, but they're not. So you're like always in the hard and in the.
Ah, yeah.
So yeah, you try to save them clients with logic, and it's very fun figuring it out.
So it's like
Puzzle game.
So it's a game where you think. Shit. I like
Good
my
game,
dumb
isn't it?
games where you just hack and slash.
It's if you ever play visual novels, it's the same thing.
Fun?
Visual novels, it's the same. It's a visual novel game.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
You just
What? Oh, that sounds interesting.
nice.
Yeah, so that sounds sounds interesting. Was it on any other platform apart from the 3DS?
No. Oh. No.
Shit.
Good one, no.
Jesus, that's your fun. Is it on silent?
Not ours, so it's fine.
All right.
Well, it's number 2.
Okay, Melvin. Yeah, you're number 2.
My number 2 is actually, from right now, from here on, the games I actually like. I just want to say, Neverwinter was a bit. Nah, but from here on, a JRPG came out for the Wii this year. It's called Pandora's Tower. And that's special because A, I love JRPGs, and B, I have a Wii, sadly. And
Why is that sad?
I don't know,
Because
because
it's sad.
after Super Smash, what more do you want? After every Mario game, what more do you want,
That's
really?
not cool.
You
That's
know,
not
you,
cool,
you
mate.
want something different, and luckily for me, Pandora's Tower delivered that.
Hey,
You know, I got a
finally
bunch-
get a new IP for Nintendo. Yay.
I finally got a JRPG. It's called Pandora's Tower, and this revolves around 2 characters. You got the male lead, obviously, with the big sword wielding motherfucker that levels up, and you have a girl who's cursed. Her name's Eleanor.
And
The guy's
is
name's
she
Aaron.
dressed provocatively?
No,
Oh, damn it.
she was dressed for most of it. And pretty much
What do
he's,
you mean most of it?
Is it? Do you choose the boy or the girl?
Nah,
So like
it's-
oh, okay,
it's
so
set.
it's
it's,
set.
it's, the story goes that the girl gets cursed while she's singing for a kingdom, like a
Yeah.
thing, and he has to travel to 12 towers. He has to defeat the head monster of these 12 towers, and she has to eat the flesh of each of them
Damn.
to remove the curse.
Nasty.
And every time she eats a piece of the flesh, she gets a flashback of how this world was made, how everything happened in the past.
Will you be my nasty girl?
And throughout the game, you try and strengthen the relationship between the guy and the girl. Your character and the
Yeah,
female
yeah.
lead.
Is that different endings?
Yeah, there's 6 different
Oh,
endings.
sweet.
Oh, wow.
That's the thing, and there are bad ones, which I love. If the relationship isn't strong enough,
She kills
she
him.
can become the incarnate of evil.
Wow, nice.
And then,
Spoilers.
yeah, and then the boys of them can set out to try and rule the world
Okay.
as one. Zekrom, I think it sounds like a Pokemon. I know.
Is that from name? Yeah, it is.
Like a-
Zakroms are cool.
Check out.
Now, while this game doesn't really use the Wii mechanics too much, and you don't have to, because I don't.
That's
give a
good.
fuck, I actually enjoyed the way it works.
It's
way it
just the
plays.
Wiimote.
And it's story oriented, and I can't express how important that is to have a story oriented game on the Wii.
Yeah, I mean that's a very big thing for you as well.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's number 2, baby.
Yeah. Number 2, baby.
This has already
Tim?
been mentioned by our dear Anjo. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Unlike him, I have it on the Wii U.
Oh wow, still shit.
Nah, because I played the original one on the Wii, this was the expansion, so it's got probably 3 times the amount of content that the original had, which I found really nice. And the graphics update was nice. They've actually got proper shadows. It used to be just this circle on the
Square
ground.
blob,
Yeah,
yeah.
now it's just got dynamic shadows, which is nice.
Are they still box shadows? So when you look down at the shadow, it's very sharp edged.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a-
just
kind
a
of-
sharp shadow.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
it's not
and it's-
softened or anything.
And you can't when you look down, it gets a little blurry if you
Yeah,
try and see
yeah,
it. Yeah.
yeah. And it's just one of my, because I'm a Monster Hunter fan, I've been playing them for a while. It's nice having all the extra new monsters, new weapon types to use, and Rakesh is staring at me provocatively.
Because you're talking.
Because I'm talking, I'm sorry. But yes, it was one of my favorite games, and I spent a little bit too much time on it.
You still playing the game?
Yeah. Yes.
So, is this a game? It has a story, right?
This has a week, it's just a plain
Not
story,
really.
just to get you into it.
But like,
Barely.
so is there a beginning and an end, and then you can still keep playing the
Yes,
game?
yeah.
Okay, so I'm assuming with a weak story was the conclusion at least satisfying to
Yeah.
Is this a game that it's not really based on story?
No,
No.
it's based much more on gameplay.
Yeah.
And
Slashing everywhere.
So it's kind of like a Pokemon game
Yeah.
because those have the weakest stories,
Oh, yeah.
like story arcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
There's
it's
more
it's,
story
it's,
to it.
it's,
It's
it's,
for
definitely
it's for gameplay and collecting, which is
Yeah.
like Pokemon. So yeah.
All right. My number 2. It's really tough for me for my 1 and my number 2.
You can put them out right now, both of them, side by side.
Now, this is my number 2 has the better graphics. It's The Last of Us. Okay, it's
That sounded really well put.
this is the mid-year release game. If anybody has read the book The Road and seen the movie adaptation with Viggo Mortensen,
Done both.
Yeah. It's kind of a similar story. It's a story of a man named Joel in the post-apocalyptic future, and he has to escort a 14-year-old girl named Ellie, or teenager, however you want to say it, and it's a really beautiful, emotional game. However, if you were to extract the Joel and Ellie from it, it's a very generic game. It's zombies.
Just a zombie game.
It's zombies, and the people that are still alive in the post-zombie world are trying to kill you because they want your booty, so to speak.
Yeah.
They want whatever necessities they
To
can
survive.
grab. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that aspect, if you look at it in that way, it's really weak. However, it's such a moving story when you have these two, and it really does break the wall in that sense.
Were there any humans post zombie apocalypse that try to help you at all? Any?
Yes, in this
There
game
are.
there
Very
are.
few.
Very
Ah,
few.
okay.
Most of
Yeah.
them want to kill you.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
it's a game that really, if you're a narcissist,
Yeah.
you're rarely going to get this game because it plays into your narcissistic ways. And, you know, if you're also a pessimist, you'll get this game.
You're like, yep, this
Yeah.
humans would do.
Yeah, this is
this
what-
sucks.
yeah.
This
Um,
world sucks.
It's a really depressing game as well, and I love that. And
I'm so dead.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm so happy that I'm so depressed. What was it? The graphics in this, it feels next gen graphics on the PlayStation 3, which says a lot. And I'd love to see this ported to the PS4. However, I don't think they're going to do it. Yeah, very good, very excellent. I did a review for this. You can see it on our channel. I gave it a 9.5.
Nice.
But yeah, I said that the story on that is definitely a 10 between Joel and Ellie. But yeah, Andrew, go on.
Together they make jelly, by the way.
Jelly, yeah. You shipper. You're such a shipper. Yeah, you're number 2.
It would have to be the games I played. Pokemon.
Yeah, X and Y.
You're gonna be pretty specific.
Pokemon Monsters, Pokemon Fighting Chopkins. Isn't that how it goes?
I have no idea what that last,
Venusaur,
that last
Bulbasaur.
word you said just made no sense.
Chopkin.
Yeah.
So, but Pokemon, they revamped the graphics and changed a lot of things. And
Wasn't it?
For the 3DS.
for the 3DS, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, compared to the other games, it's not as blocky in movement wise. Because you know, you used to go like up, down, like now it's like 3D.
It was very much a 2D
Yeah, now you have
side-scrolling
open
type
up
game.
3D.
Now it's open world.
Yeah.
As much as Pokemon can be open world.
Well, like, I would say that all the other Pokemon games,
Are open.
relative to it, were open world games.
Not really.
Well, you can always go back. That's
Yeah,
the
but
thing.
you
in
have
all
to-
those
you have
other
to follow
games.
a certain
it
path.
first.
Yeah.
It's not like you can go to any gym you want.
Still, yeah, it's
Good
good.
last
Right
first.
here.
Do this.
As you know,
Stick dragons.
Been grinding for like a year.
But, like, the thing is
last,
that-
the last gym first.
The thing is that with open world games compared to linear games is you can't go backwards.
Yeah.
No, in linear games.
It's a line.
Mainly
you go down
linear.
the line, you go back.
Linear, usually the story and everything drives you forward, and that's it, you know.
Depends on the game.
Whereas
Yeah.
open world is.
But this is a linear
Yeah,
open game.
yeah.
You know that. You finish the game, then you do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know?
Is the Elite Four still in this one?
Yeah. This time they changed the lead forward. You know how before you had to go in a certain order? Now you verse them whatever order you want.
Oh, okay.
And
I got
That's bullshit.
with the Elite Four, do you at least get to go back to the Pokemon Center and re-heal yourself before?
So you play one after the other like normal though, right?
Yeah.
But you
no,
have to
no,
choose.
no, I go, I verse them, then you walk out to the room, then you choose whatever one again, then you walk out. Then
So you
choose-
can heal technically.
Yeah, but you know, not Pokemon Center.
Not
either.
center.
No, yeah, because you could always, they always had like a little part where you could,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you could
Pause.
heal yourself before you walked into the next room.
Buy revives and whatnot.
Yeah.
Can you heal before you verse the master?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Is Red in the game in this one?
No.
Damn it!
There's a lot of references to all the other older games in it.
You get one of the original starters, don't you?
You can get all 3, right?
You
Well,
can
trading
trade.
obviously.
Yeah,
Oh,
but that's
through
for any
trading.
game, any
Oh.
Pokemon game.
So there's no way that you can actually get all 3 normally.
Yeah,
without
if you're
sharing.
lonely and you don't have friends.
Yeah, if you don't, if you're just playing by
That's
yourself, you'll never
sad.
get
Then again, Pokemon has a really niche. I wouldn't say niche. It's still big,
It has a
like
specific fan
audience base,
Yeah.
fan
Nintendo
base.
knows
but,
what
like,
people want.
but like, say you have the friends that are really into the hippity hoppity and the console stuff, and they're not really on the handheld.
Yeah.
Then and you do have the handheld. You're in the unfortunate position where
No, but they made it so much more easier to trade with people. You know?
Yeah, you can do it online now.
you can do it online.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
So
good.
Oh.
now people are probably just giving away Charizard.
Yeah, they're like
Like
trading-
starting and
They
just giving
made
away.
sure that that you can always get any Pokemon through all this trading. They made it so that
So
you
with
interact
this
with other people.
online aspect to it, can you do online battles?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so
very easy. Very easy.
Me at my house to Melvin at his house, we can do
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
have
I'll
this
be fucking
giant-
flamethrowing all over your ass, man.
I was gonna say have this giant land
I'll be-
cable that connects your houses.
squirting all over your ass. So,
No,
yeah,
I
so I can. So technically, from each of our own
Yeah.
respective places, can you do quests together?
Quest? No.
No, there's what?
Sadly,
Quests?
no.
Quest.
Like missions.
Like,
What?
no.
What Pokemon have you played?
I thought Pokemon was finally above all that now. Up to that aspect.
Thought it was an
You
RPG.
just go gym to gym and you kill some freaking not kill. You beat some
You just,
Yeah.
Rocketeers on the way.
Yeah.
you just wanted to beat your friends. What do you want to do?
Cooperative stuff. Apparently not.
Nah,
I'm pretty sure you can team battle though.
Yeah.
I heard that this was actually might be one of the best handheld games of this year.
Yeah, second best.
That's because
Second best?
people
Yeah.
play.
Second
Oh, that's
best.
right, yeah.
That's because so many people play Pokemon.
Yeah, it's-
It does
But
have
yeah.
a
Yeah.
have a big audience, but this one was fresh and new enough to where it's not like
It's not like
it's
all-
another Pokemon
Yeah.
like Mario. It's another Mario. It's another Zelda. It's
But they just made it just new enough that people are interested in it.
it's,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
new
They've added
Metro
enough
game.
content.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I'm happy for
Well,
now.
So, yeah,
No.
it's not like it's a new Metroid game or Mario or whatever. It's a fresh aspect. Does it have a story to it at all?
Yeah.
Or?
Like all the games do. Just,
Well, they're very weak.
Yes.
It's like,
Yeah.
you go get your badges. But
Becoming Pokemon Master.
you
yeah.
always save the world.
Yeah. Okay, well, I never noticed them in the old games I played.
Yeah, well, Team Rocket wants to do something.
Yeah, Team Rocket.
Yeah.
It was a weak Team
It's like
Rocket
weak,
stuff.
but nonetheless, you save something.
Your soul.
Yeah. Well, that's eternally lost forever. So, which one did you get? X or Y? You got Y?
Good choice.
Ah.
He's a Y chromosome.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, wait a minute.
So Melvin would therefore pick X, right?
Yep.
Alright, Melvin, you're number one.
Number one is going to be the best handheld game of the year.
Emblem.
Fire Emblem 3DS. I don't like the title. It's actually Fire Emblem Awakening or Fire Emblem
Yeah.
Kamise. And
Come say?
Kamise, that's the Japanese version of Awakening.
Wasn't there another one that came out this year as well? There's 2 Fire Emblem games that came out this year.
I was like,
No,
shit,
no,
what?
no. What are you talking about?
There's a crossover game coming out with Shin Megami Tensei, but that's not due for a while.
Okay, alright.
They
Yeah.
announced it this year though.
Mm.
Yeah, Fire Emblem 3DS, like, that is, like, the things that I love most in life,
It's fire.
strategy,
Yeah.
logic.
Fire.
It's funny because I always see you more as a story-driven person.
And that
Compared
is,
to-
It is a
that's-
story-driven game.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
that's all this is. It's just strategy and story, and I love that. And also, I love games where I can level characters, like because I feel like I'm moving forward. I feel like you're doing something when
You're
you're
getting
grinding.
stronger.
Yeah.
In this one...
It has everything I fucking love. I cannot stress that enough. How much that this game incorporates. It even has like 2 characters can support each other. They can get into a marriage. They can have children, and the children help you fight as well.
Yeah.
You're essentially building an army.
Incestual.
A little bit.
Can you,
No, the brothers.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
not.
can you build an army with other players?
With other players,
Is it a single player?
it's single player.
Oh, okay.
So there's only a limited
What do you
amount
mean
of
for the
children
other
can get, or
characters?
can you make unlimited children?
Nah, it's a limited amount of children.
Okay.
Because there's only a limited amount of men and girls. And then,
Okay.
then the children can't make
That's-
actual
yeah,
sex.
That's a lot.
And now you can.
This is how you.
Oh, go on.
But no, like the way it just expands itself, the way the story's told. I love the gameplay. Most people don't like grid gameplay, where you have to move your characters on a grid and position
Oh,
them,
yeah.
like you're playing
Tactic
chess.
style.
Yeah, but I love
Grid
it so
gameplay
much.
is awesome.
I know. Because like even the way they're facing comes into
Yeah.
position. Like if you hit them on the side, it'll hurt them more.
At the back hurts the most.
Yeah, and if the way you position your characters can help boost your attack. If the way you don't position your characters can get you screwed over as well.
Yeah.
So many cool things, and each character have skills and individualistic things that can help position them.
Do you pick only one character right at the start of the game and then you carry on with that character
no.
throughout the entire thing?
Well,
Or you can still switch?
Every game's kind of based off of Prince, so you have the Prince and it's his army. So every character is different, by the way. They each have a story. It's just the Prince is there, and you have to control all of them. There's no element of the game that you don't control.
Is it a continuing story or is it a
No, every
new
Fire
story?
Emblem game is different. Sometimes they continue on, like they did with the two like the GameCube and the Wii game, which is Path of Radiance and then Radiant Dawn. Those were continuations.
Well, since they have the same word in it, yeah.
Can you give a basic synopsis for this one?
Basic synopsis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very hard.
Futuristic zombies come down from.
And we're just like,
Whoa.
no zombie game!
Fuck you, zombies!
I I went with the word zombies. They actually fucking
Like
same
undead.
thing. Undead.
Yeah.
Right. An undead army rises up to take down an
That's-
empire.
White Walkers.
Like actually, it's more of a continent because there's different empires on this continent,
Okay.
and people have to band together, and you have to find out who's doing all the dirty work, and the guy loses his older sister in the process, but
Spoilers.
his younger sister's still there, and she's a cleric, so you can use her to heal shit.
Necromancer.
Alright.
Yeah. It's in depth. Like I can't go through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And
sure
there's
you
twists and
could.
turns,
I'm
and
sure you could.
there's
but-
obviously your hero falls and he gets back up again.
I love that story. That's a
You
good
love
story.
redemption.
I love
Yeah,
redemption.
I know.
I also love me a good underdog and redemption story.
Yeah.
If it has those two together,
Final
that's a
Fantasy
good thing.
4.
Yeah,
Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
4. Yeah.
Zuko,
Zuko, yeah,
massive
Zuko.
redemption story.
That's a 3-season arc of a redemption story, and even then, the redemption still continues on in the comics for Zuko.
Number 1, Tim.
Number 1, yeah, Tim.
We all love our horror sci-fis, don't we?
I like sci-fi. I don't like
You
horror.
don't like horror?
No,
I depends. Not a fan of horror film, but I guess horror sci-fi sounds okay.
I
Dead
prefer
Space.
psychological horror.
Dead Space 3 hit the shelves this year.
So I'm assuming that's your number 1.
Yes.
It's like no, that's not my number 1.
I've always been a fan of Dead Space, but what I liked about the third installment is that you could actually build your own gun. So you gather parts, you gather plans, and you assemble each part of the gun. And so this gave players that flexibility in the game style they wanted.
Yeah.
What I also liked was the story. It continued
From
'cause
DS2.
PS3/PC.
DS2. Dead Space
Oh,
2.
Dead Space 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
It continues. I'm assuming that they're all a continuation
They are
story.
all continued together, including the two films. One's that's a prequel to the first game, and the one that ties in the first and second game.
They have movies.
Yes, animators.
Oh,
animations.
okay.
Yeah.
Like CG or 2D animation style.
First one was 2D, and then the second one was half 2D, half CG,
Okay.
which is nice.
Is this the finale in terms of the
No.
story? Okay, so there's a.
It seemed like the finale, but then they added DLC that continues the story and then gives you
Ugh.
like a cliffhanger at the end.
I'm sorry, I hate DLC. DLC is such a lazy thing to have. It's like DLC for me is like them rushing a game, giving you an incomplete version of a game. They're not finishing everything up.
It was
That's
finished.
what I
The game finished.
Yeah, but like
It was one more, I guess. No?
it doesn't feel. This is just for me.
Yeah.
DLC it's very lazy thing to do.
Right.
I prefer games that are 100% complete, and also with the story and a few things
Yeah.
like the DLC is often used where it's like extension parts, or I don't mind if it's for multiplayer. That's fine, but
Usually it's just for cash. They just want to make more money.
exactly.
Yeah, well,
And they
It's not story element.
they put story DLC to it, and I feel
Yeah.
that's lazy.
I suppose, but what I liked this DLC was it became its own story, and because
Did the story continue from the end of 3?
it follows the end of 3. You didn't think it could, but it adds to the end of number 3, and then it alludes to number 4.
So have they announced the number 4 for this?
They've announced it, but I don't think they're in production or anything yet.
Yeah, they usually don't start that stuff.
Yeah.
Coding and all that shit will take a long time to do.
All the characters in Dead Space, they were a little cliche. They had their moments where, like, when there's tension between characters, but didn't feel as real as it could be.
Yep.
But other than that, the gameplay, you love. I'm probably sure Andrew likes shooting zombies and shit.
Yeah, occasionally I have
But
like,
what I like about
Zombies.
Dead Space is it isn't like this generic zombie that walks and you shoot in the head. This one you have to actually dismember limbs to kill them.
So it's zombies.
Well, no, they're not. They're
aliens.
Oh,
they're like
aliens.
alien matter transformed humans.
Kind of like Doomish?
A little bit.
Okay. Yeah, that's-
But and they have all these different forms.
yeah. Is
Yeah.
winter coming?
Winter came.
Oh.
There is a snow bit where you're freezing and you have to find a snowsuit.
Is winter coming in Fire Emblem?
A
Or
little bit.
yeah,
Winter-
There's some
yeah,
maps.
buddy.
1 or 2 maps.
I don't even like Game of Thrones that much, but
Hey, Winter, you walk slower.
Damn it.
I love
Damn,
Winter.
damn it.
You walk slower.
All in all, good game. I only have one beef, is that if you can customize your weapons, why you can't customize your suits?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean
they were generic suits.
that's really odd because it's usually customize your suit over customize your weapon.
Like in the first two, you could change suits and they gave you like extra little perks. But this one, it was purely aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like you didn't even get to like, no suit was different from the rest other than how it looked.
Oh.
Whereas I thought if you could develop a system to create your own gun, you could at least still have some suit changing thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Anything else?
That's about it, really. I enjoyed it. I haven't actually gone onto multiplayer, but I play it for the story, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're not a multiplayer.
Not for
Uh,
those ones.
It's not something that you have to do for games you love.
Yeah.
Go on, mate.
All right, my number one.
Starts with a G.
Yeah, it's
Capital
not.
G.
Ends with an E.
Yeah.
What?
No, it doesn't.
He's trying to.
Yeah.
Kinda does though.
It's
Game
got
of Thrones.
No. It's in a vowel. It's not an E.
Okay, my number one game is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, you're
I got you, motherfucker.
you're a
Colon
dick. You're
5.
You're a dick.
V.
It's a V.
Yeah, it's a V. God. This is the latest installment of the Rockstar games. The last hurrah, as you could say, to the current gen games. Current consoles. This
I
is
thought you were saying gay.
current gay.
Get gay.
This tells the amazing satire between liberals, Republicans. It's the story of three people: Michael, Trevor, and Franklin. And
These
A
three
series.
beastie characters.
yes, these three very different characters and increasing audacious heists that you pull off throughout this entire game. The biggest aspect to this is the size of the map. It's the size of San Andreas, Red Dead Redemption, and GTA 4 combined altogether. So, and there is so much to do in this game, and it's amazing. Anything that you look at in the distance of this game, you can get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like there's nothing that you look at and you go, oh, I can't get there, because it's like, you know, in old games where
Yeah.
you look into the
You
distance
stop.
and you're just walking
Invisible
against
wall.
the wall. Yeah, there's an invisible wall. This one there isn't
What
really.
about the moon?
Oh, Shantae, Melvin! This game does have UFOs though.
Yeah, I know you can actually fly around this game. This is one of the first games that you can actually do it kind of easily though.
Yeah, oh, it's tough.
Is it?
It's much tougher, like, mechanic to get used to, but once you get used to it, I'm sure you can.
Bet you there'll be a DLC
But-
for the movie.
Yeah.
You know how you said
Because usually they just gave you copters. They never gave you.
Yeah,
plane
there's
planes.
never, yeah, like, you get F-18 style
Yeah.
thing.
You know how you said the
Jet-
map's so large?
Yeah,
How are loading times?
quick.
Quick?
Very quick, very responsive. It's like another Grand Theft Auto
Oh.
game, except a little bit improved graphics from number 4. However, like, when you look into the distance and stuff, things look beautiful in this game. It's a live city. So like each person that you walk past, they say different things to you. You
Oh.
can hear, like, you're standing in the middle of Los Santos, which is Los Angeles, and you hear people having phone conversations and everything like that. It's very go on.
No, I was
man.
just thinking like
Oh.
people like sit on the phone going, oh yes you can.
Pretty much, and it's like it's the perfect satire of how women try and go on auditions to become big movie actresses and they fall for pornos. There's that kind of story in it. With the main three characters, you have Franklin, who's kind of the underdog, youngest, the black guy who's in the hood, and he's struggling to get out of the hood, and that's his story. Then you have Michael, the retired ex-mob guy who's out of the life, and he's one of the ones who lived. And then you have Trevor,
Crazy Trevor.
who he's a character and a half. Like, there's a few times you can switch to any three characters at any point in the game. Sometimes I'd switch over to Trevor. I'd wake up in my underwear, blood around my mouth, on a remote island with a whole bunch of dead bodies, drunk. That's unique, I must say. He's a hell of a character, but he's like a redneck who's kind of like survived a war, survived mob life, but he's really lost and stuff. However, he sees things the clearest out of everyone. He's kind of a hipster as well, in that sense.
Sweet.
Yeah, I did a review for this. It hasn't gone up yet, but I gave this game a 10 out of 10. Just because of how massive, how much fun you have with the story as you do it. I haven't really replayed it that much, though, mainly because of how much shit has come
Yeah.
out so far. But
I think Melvin and I would spend an eternity on it trying to finish everything. Exploring every corner of the city.
so far, I'm up to...
I just played tennis for like a week.
That's the thing. This game has side stuff you can do. So you can do golf,
Yeah.
and the golf game is like an actual PGA golf game. The tennis game is like you're playing a real tennis game. Racing, this stock market. You can go into the stock market, invest in various companies, and then you do like assassination missions of CEOs of rival companies to help increase your stock, or even buy stock, sell stock, and then kill people, and there's so much you can do. Real estate as well, and then there's the aspect of Grand Theft Auto Online, where say Melvin has this game as well. We can do heists together, or we can both modify cars and
all
go
we ever
roaming through the street. Yeah, we can go roaming through the street and try
It's all we
and
ever see.
impress women and stuff like that. Yeah, bank heists, plane heists.
Plane heists.
Yeah, you can buy bars. You can buy. There's so much to do in this game. It's worth every dollar. I recommend everyone buy it. But yeah, that's our top video game.
No, it isn't.
No.
It's number one.
Oh shit! My bad. Yeah.
No, but if I did play that game, it'd probably would be number one. But the games I played this year, I've always come back to this game.
Okay, Andrew, your number one
It
is.
is Devil May Cry.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a game I always go back to. It's a hack and slash game, linear.
This is the most recent one that came
Yeah,
out. The one
the
where
reboot.
where he's
Yeah,
the youngest.
rebooted, yeah.
And he has the hoodie, and then he's naked, and then he jumps through the van, and he gets
Yeah.
fully
Woo!
clothed up. Yeah. That's so lame.
I think that one movie you remember. That's lame.
Well, I do check out the first hour of most of these games. Minus Fire Emblem. That's the only one I haven't seen the first hour of. Because
Okay.
you can't do capture footage on 3D.
Well, you can, but
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
Well, yeah, it's a game it came out last year and this year. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
it started this year.
This started this year.
But yeah, there's a DLC which came out for it as well. So in this story, you see.
So it's this year.
No, it came out this year as well.
Yeah.
But so in this, they rebooted the franchise. So you see in the beginning the origins of Dante and how he came to be, of how he starts trying to be a hero. Because in this game he's like very, like I don't care.
You see how he gets his white hair?
Yeah, that's part of the story as well. And with the DLC, you see how his brother Virgil becomes
Spoilers.
evil.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, becomes
different
what he
views,
was. Yeah.
different views.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's not much.
So you see
of a
It's
spoiler.
based around Christ, so he's really just gay.
No. Yeah, basically this game is you see how the characters how they came to be.
Origin story.
Yeah.
Too many origin games these days.
There are reboots and sequels. That is what the video game industry is
Tomb
basically
Raider.
becoming.
Yeah,
definitely.
Pokemon,
Yeah.
Monster Hunter,
Tomb Raider.
Grand Theft Auto. It's
Fire
a sequel.
Emblem.
Shut the fuck up. It's a vision.
At least one thing on my list was original IP.
Last of Us.
Yeah, Last of Us. It's a new IP. Hey, as far as games now for 2014, there was a few games that were supposed to come this year that didn't come out.
Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
Watch Dogs.
That's right.
Watch Dogs.
That would
which-
be your number one.
That would have been my ultra number one, and that was actually supposed to get released with the PS4, never came out. And also now coming out in March is South Park: The Stick of Truth.
Stick of Truth.
Turn-based RPG, baby. That's gonna be good.
Got this.
I'm definitely gonna play as a princess. I'm just saying.
Yeah, man.
Kenny the princess.
And I'm playing as a Jew. Decided already.
Where's the Jew? I think I'm gonna go warrior with Stan. Stan! Stan!
Smart wizard.
Yeah, Grand Wizard. There you go. Few honorable mentions I'd like to say. Ni no Kuni,
Oh, you.
and which is a JRPG, which I've always felt Pokemon should be, and Bioshock Infinite. This game is getting mass critical acclaim, accolades everywhere. Booker DeWitt, the story of him again. Anyway, yeah, that's something that I thought would be worth mentioning. Anything else, guys? Honorable mentions?
I'm good.
We'll do another what we're excited for in 2014. In 2014, we'll do that then. But until then, folks, youtube.com/Off the Chest Podcast. You can also check us out on Facebook. Give it the like on the page. You go on the Facebook, you go to the search bar, you type in Off the Chess Podcast, do enter,
Click
Find
that little
the page.
thumbs up
Yeah.
thingy.
click the thumbs up on it. We can do a whole bunch of cool stuff through Facebook if you guys are interested. But you know what? Give it a like so we can do it. Just saying.
Desperado.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm boring my body out.
I like. Please like.
Yeah,
Please
please
for like.
spare a like. Do we have anything else? Yeah, we do. We have a blog channel.
Which is-
offthechesspodcast.blogspot.com.au. Not much is going on there right now at the moment. There's a lot we want to set up. There'll be a few video game shows, hopefully starting in 2014. I say hopefully because nothing's guaranteed.
Ever.
Ever.
Like Watch Dogs
With
coming out
these,
this year.
yes. That was gonna be the game that was
Son of
gonna.
a bitch.
That was gonna be the game that we were gonna do from start to finish. However, it never came out. Anyway, folks, good day.
Arrivederci.